Right guys, welcome back to the channel. In this video I'm just going to be showing you how to refill your Eolys or PAT fluid tank as it's known on your Citroen Relay 2 litre HDI EcoBlue 130. This is Euro 6 model. So let's go ahead, let's take a look. So when you're underneath the vehicle, this is a passenger side. So it's the near side. And this is the tank here. So there's your front wheel. It's this small tank. This is a PAT fluid tank, Eolys fluid, whatever you want to call it. So you got one bolt there, one there, and one on that side, and obviously your connectors. But if you want to just check, see if there's anything actually in it, you can just undo those bolts and drop the tank down and check if there's actually any fluid in that tank. So I'll just remove those 3 bolts and we'll have a look. So there's the bolts removed, they're 13mm. So she's 13mm socket on there. And there's the tank hanging down. And there's a tiny drop of fluid left in that tank. It's basically completely empty. So it's probably not even using any of that because there's too little in there. There's just a tiny drop left in it. I don't know if you can hear it or not. But it's literally light. Doesn't weigh anything, so there's hardly anything in it at all. So what we'll do is we'll disconnect it and then we'll top that up. So we've got the tank hanging down like that. The only reason I haven't got it out from under the vehicle is the electric plug on it just there. I can't get that off for some reason. I'm not sure why, but I've tried various things, I can't get it off. So all I'm going to do is just leave it like that, and then I've disconnected this pipe here, which basically just loops round and joins back onto the tank again. You can't see where it joins out of sight, but it loops back round and joins back in. So you just disconnect it by pushing it together and pulling it off. And then if you leave it like that, just save taking the tank right out. Now when you get a bottle, I've just got this one, comes with a couple of adapters, different sizes. So the small one, that one's too small. This big one there just pushes and clips in into that pipe like that. So that's on there, proper connection. And then obviously with this end, you just get your cap for your bottle, put that on there, and then the cap goes on the bottle, and then you just hold it upright and just gravity feed it in till it's empty, the bottle out. That's a litre bottle, so you probably want a couple of bottles to fill it up. So that took a couple of minutes just to empty that bottle. It comes out pretty quick. So I've just disconnected it out of that plug, and then what we'd do is just reconnected the plug, clip it back on there, just push it on, just push fit, and we can get the 3 bolts back up to hold the tank up. I'll just put a bit of anti-seize on the bolts as well, because it's in a bit of a vulnerable place here with the spray coming off the wheel and that. I don't want it seizing in there, those bolts. So with the vehicle running, obviously you can hear the pump ticking, so it's priming. So obviously it didn't have anything in it before. Now I've put 2 litres in there, and on the first start up you can hear the pump going, so it'll probably stay ticking for a while it primes it. So in the last clip there you could hear the pump running or ticking on the tank, so that was just priming it up. So all I did was start the vehicle up after I put 2 litres of the fluid in to fill that tank right up. I just started it up, left it idling, and it took about 15 minutes or so for that ticking noise to stop when it finished priming up and everything. Now this fluid is for your DPF, for your regeneration. So if that tank's empty, then it's not using any of this fluid. So it could cause you problems with your regen of the vehicle and that sort of thing, DPF issues, if you don't know that you need this fluid. So you could take it to a garage and they probably won't even think to look. to see if that tank's empty. They'll be charging you loads of money for replacing loads of parts, etc., that you don't even need. So always make sure that your AdBlue tank is full up. So remember to check that, always fill that up. And this Eolys fluid, pat fluid tank, which is separate. This isn't AdBlue. This is totally separate to that. So the way this uses this, it'll use more of this fluid if you only top your vehicle up with fuel, with diesel occasionally. If you're just topping it up with £10, £20 worth of fuel, it'll use more of this. If you fill it all the way up from empty to full, then it uses less of this fluid. So like I say, if you've just bought one or you own one yourself, and even if you take it to a garage for servicing, I would never trust them to put this in. So always just get underneath it. If yours has got one of these tanks, like I said, this is Euro 6 model, just get underneath it, undo those 3 bolts and check if there's anything in it, because a lot of times you could be driving around, it's empty, so it's doing it no good at all if it's empty. So as I say, it's simple enough to do. You don't need to take it to a garage or anything like that, just fill it up yourself and that's it. So hope you found the video helpful. Remember to subscribe to the channel for more van related content. Until the next one, I'll see you then.